Good morning, Facebook. It's not Facebook. YouTube this morning. Today is August the 6th. Uh, Autumn rise out. The sun, visible sun. We discuss Autumn Ra. Not so much as Atum, and I guess I'll have to discuss Atum because it's Autumn Ra. So I went back and we continue with session 3 today because I'm still studying Ra and just Ray, the creator God to the Egyptians. He was the all-powerful God. He was the God who had named all the animals. Make sure. He was the God that created man and woman and put them in the land of Egypt, according to Egyptian mythology. That he had put on flesh in the shape of a man in flesh, and that he ruled over man in the first paragraph of the story of Ra. So this morning I briefly went back and I want to talk about where I had came from. So it may be a lot of symbolic, like symbolism, when you're talking about when the Egyptians talking about that Ra came from this premortal water, that he came uh, out of the premortal water on the Ben Bean. The Ben Bean was a mount or island. Like I mentioned in session 2, there was an island that the heron birds dwell. It was a city. It was an island city that they had dwelled. And archaeologists would say and have said, again, like I said yesterday, that those birds was discovered 5,000 years ago uh, throughout and around the Red Sea as well as the Persian Gulf, the heron bird. That it was considered, and it was considered by uh, Ra to be a sacred bird. That particular bird, the heron, was the first thing in the whole universe, uh, and that's what it's saying in the story of Ra. That when Ra came, uh, that when he came, that the sun had passed through the sky, and that was the first sunset, Zep Tepi, the first time that the sun had appeared on the horizon. Beautiful, maybe allegorical, but I know the sun is out, and we know that the Egyptians, throughout the temples, you will see the Egyptians, in particular, the northern delta, where Ra was worshiping throughout out of Egypt for thousands of years, So this morning, I just want to give praises to Amun Ra, the Creator, to Ptah, the architect, to Asar, the god of the underworld, to Maat, to Isis, to Thor, uh, to Ged, to Nut, to Shu, and to Tefnut, to the creating force, our reasons for being here, for our reasons for living, for breathing, for just existing as human beings. And so this morning I give all the glory to the Creator God, Creator Force, to the Almighty who made who created us, who brought all these things to being, who called them into being, somehow. I don't know how. I just know what the Egyptians believed, and it is evident, of course. We have the sun, we have the moon, we have the rivers and the oceans and all this, with the animals and the trees and the mountains and all the physical things. I mean, I would say spiritual things and physical things that we could see. So I just want to touch a little bit on Ra this morning. And that's what I want to do. And I'll begin back with you, YouTube people. I hope that I will get some views and we can discuss, like we can discuss a lot of issues. Oh, the subject of ancient Egypt mythology. Uh, so let me get back to Shu and Tefnut. After God, Ra had he created Shu, which was the first wind that blew. The first wind that blew was Shu. So when we send the wind, we saying that's Shu. That's the personification that the Egyptians had given it. I don't know why. I don't know why they had given it these um, life force, these names. That when he created Shu, it was the first wind that blew. When he created Tefnut, it was the first spitter, or we could say order, Tefnut in space and time that he had given Tefnut. So then we can go to Ged, was the sky. I don't want to get it. Nut was the sky thing. Ged was the earth that we dwell on, and the sky that we see. So it's a beautiful. I don't know if it's allegorical or is it, but I know I see it physically with my eyes. We know it exists. So I just want to give praises to the hidden God, to Atum, to the visible God, that the sun was the soul of Ra. According to the Egyptian myth and theology, that the sun was the soul of Ra. So this morning,